Orders, we were like, and we were founded by two amazing college quizzes who go by the name of Avinash Mudaliar and Gopal Srinivasan. And over the years, we have honed our skills. We found out what it takes to be a top-level college quizzing club, and we have experience in going to other colleges for participating in quizzes and also hosting some of them ourselves. Our main aim here is to promote the college quizzing culture in the college, and we see that many people who have a very bad perception of quizzing, they feel that it's for these nerds who come out of college scoring what 95, 100% in a board exam. We aim to clear that myth. We are a very fun-loving club. You see a lot of chill people over here, and there's no prerequisite as such for you to join the club. All you need is curiosity and a thirst for knowledge. So if you have both of them, you're always welcome to the club. And apart from this, apart from normal quizzing, we also have a lot of meetups and stuff in Cubbon Park. We call them OTRs. We do a lot of fun games and all that. So yeah, that we'll introduce as we go on. You need to join the club for that though. Talking about Under the People Tree, which we call abbreviation UTPT. So this is a this is the flagship event of our club. So this is one of India's most prestigious college quizzing events. It has we have about yearly we have about 1.5 lakh worth of prize pool for this. There are a lot of sponsors coming for it. And we have colleges, like almost every IIT comes to RVC during this time to come and participate. And we have, it's a quizzing fest basically which goes on for 3 days. We have a total of 6 quizzes. It goes on for 3 days, and it's something which we all look forward to every year. A lot of participation from in and out of the college too. And speaking about our achievements, we've gone to almost every quizzing competition there is in the country. Tata Crucible, TCS Tech Bytes, quizzing competitions from every NITs, IITs, Rotary, and also VTU Fest. And to be honest, we have succeeded in every one of them, and we never come back empty-handed. So basically what we do, I think I already covered. We are not just a cliche quizzing club. Your seniors are proof to that. You can go speak to them anytime, ask about what this club is, and I'm pretty sure that they have a positive response every time. And we host quizzes on request from embassies too. So 2 months ago we hosted a quiz on request from the Sweden embassy. So it was held in the IM auditorium, and some of you might know of it because we advertised it quite well over social media and stuff. If you want to know what it takes to hold such high level quizzes on such large scales, we are always welcome to. We are always open. We welcome you to the club. So these are our social media and contacts. Do follow us on Instagram. These are our contacts. If any doubts, do feel free to reach out to us. We'll be starting up with this soon. All the best.
Around 1.5, sorry, old, I'm talking in minus 3 years, I have to charge it.
Do not share it anywhere.
Hey, share it.
Share it. Put it in the main group.
Thumbnail is not changed.
Alright, so let's begin.
Thumbnail I'll change.
Hi guys, my name is Avik and I'll be hosting the first half of your prelims. So I'll just run through the rules for you people.
Oh, no, wrong one. What's it? send it to freshers also. I need to send it on freshers also.
Okay, guys. Here are the rules. We have 25 questions for the prelims, no negatives. Okay. There will be like tiebreaker questions that will be marked with a star. So on your answer sheet, I want all of you to mark that particular question as a star mark question. We'll use that to break ties. So that's one rule. Then you have like if you guys want clues, you need to ask me or ask whoever the QM is. And then like if you feel like there are not enough people like sending blog for the clues, then we won't be giving it out. So keep up the spirit of the quiz. Don't Google, don't cheat, don't use ChatGPT. And mention your team name, phone number on the top of your quiz, the answer sheet. I would suggest you guys mention the name, one of the names of the contact people whose number you mentioned there.
Wait, does everyone here have a pen and paper? Like if anyone doesn't, just raise your hand, we'll give you one in case you're missing out. Sheets, pen, paper, anything.
Just reach out to the volunteers there. Does everybody have an answer sheet and a paper? Does every team have one?
I'll change the thumbnail.
Is there anybody who doesn't have? Okay, and yeah, there's one important rule. QM is God. Anything that
I'll
QM
change the
says,
thumbnail.
that stands. So yeah, all the best, and we'll just start off now. Okay, first question. With reference to a recent World Cup controversy that followed, considering that Pakistan's chances of qualifying for the semi-finals are slim, as it is, they needed a rock slide victory over England by either 48 overs or 280 runs. To joke about these lean chances, Wasim Akram said Pakistan should lock England and get them dash. Fill in the blanks. It's a very popular thing. With reference to a recent World Cup controversy that followed, considering that Pakistan's chances of qualifying for the semi-finals are slim, they needed a rock slide victory by the 48 overs or 280 runs over England. So Wasim Akram made a statement. Pakistan should lock England and get them dash. Give me dash. Yeah, dash contains two words, so we need both the words if you need a full point.
Check once.
Next
Check
up,
thumbnail.
X is an up-and-coming Thai restaurant on 625 2nd Avenue, New York, owned by owners Teddy Jeeraprakanan, Robert Sampson, Natkita Kornbai Wongsaran, I don't know what that means, and Nat Akatam Wong. The owners of the restaurant realized that people were no longer dependent on their friends' recommendations or fancy billboards in order to discover a new restaurant these days. Thus, in order to keep up with this development, they named the restaurant X as a way to make it stand out from the rest of the Thai restaurants in the surroundings and make it more discoverable than the others. Name the restaurant. And the clues?
Hey, boss.
Just think of how you would look for something on Google. I can't give anything more than that. Focus on key details in the test.
You're all in an unknown place. You are hungry. What
Next question.
We'll come back to all these later once more.
Filmy Inspector Gote is the 10th installment in the series of detective novels by the English author H.R.K. Keating, featuring Inspector Ganesh Gote, a fictional police officer in the Bombay CID. The book came out in 1976 and is one of the first works of fiction to extensively use the term X to refer the entity that Inspector Gote investigates in order to solve the central murder case. The word X first appeared in trade and gossip magazines of late 60s and late 70s Bombay. X has today become the de facto term used to address this entity, although many of its senior members have criticized its use. IDX. It's a star mark question, so I want everybody to mark it as a star question on your answer sheet. Next to the question number itself, you need to mark it as a star question. Anybody objecting for clues? Focus on the the way we frame the text, like the title. The entity, like here, it refers to entertainment, if that's helpful.
No one there is chat.
Hmm?
That's chat.
No one is
You
watching
can
now.
find the connect between
Oh, yeah,
Bombay and entertainment.
Hey,
Wow. Fine.
3 people are watching.
Next
One
question.
is you. No one is watching now.
A common practice in the Indian film industry is the dash shot. It is the first take or a shot of a film, marking the commencement of principal photography. This ritual is usually preceded by puja in most cases. The word originally meant a moment in Vedic Sanskrit, although contemporarily it means an auspicious moment during which any religious rituals and auspicious events like weddings can happen. What is this shot called?
It will lag.
It's easy.
Yeah, it likes, bro.
watching. What is TPS?
Huh?
What is TPS means?
Focus on the frame, like framing.
Like the video.
See what you can do with it.
Subscribe. Like, share, subscribe.
Next question. It's a star mark question. Mark it as star next to question number 5. Connect the following images. It's part of an exhaustive list.
Wicket keeping batsman.
So I guess we can identify these people. The first one is Mohammad Hafiz, Quentin de Kock, Kevin Peterson, Craig Kieswetter, and Alistair Cook. Just find the connect between all these batsmen. It's a star mark question, so mark it as star. Next to the question number. Any objections or clues? Okay, so the question is, you need to connect these images, and the connect is actually a cricketer. So just find that cricketer. That's all I want. The connect is a cricketer.
Across the distance, like if we could add like 20 more, like say 10 more pictures, but it is
Wicket keeping batsman.
No, bro.
the agnostic research takes over.
What?
Wickets Kohli has taken.
Arey.
Because of how this one cricketer connects all of them. Something which is unusual. Very funny at the same time. Yeah.
Just look at who those people are and like just name one cricketer that connects all these people. That's all I can say.
I think I saw it.
The fourth person, like bottom left. Yeah, that's Craig Teaser.
Oh, you have questions? Wow. So much higher.
Any objection for clues? Okay, I can give her a clue. Okay, the clue is this. Think of how someone can get out on the zeroth ball.
Oh.
Okay, next question. Neil Harbison is a famous modern-day contemporary British artist, born, however, with complete color blindness. In order to aid him and put his talented art skills to further use, he got an antenna implanted in his head that translates different wavelengths of light into vibrations on his skull, which he then perceives as sound. This fantastic adaptation of electronics cohesively works with his brain. It led to him being the first ever dash in 2004. Fill in the blanks. There's an image in the next slide. It's this. Yeah, sure. Focus on the word electronics.
Didn't say anything, no.
Okay, next question.
We'll come back with it.
In the late 80s, in Ocean Institute, Dana Point, California, X was working as a marine biologist with a minor in art. To make the best of both his degrees, he created a comic called The Intertidal Zone, made to educate the children at the institute. This served as the inspiration for a TV show he made in 1999. However, he left the show after 4 years, but returned in 2015 to help them write the show's second movie, and then resumed again as a full-time writer for the series, which still runs today. ID this show. We have an image. Yeah. Whoever is blocking needs to raise their hands. I can't really see them. This is the question. How many blocking? Next question. Okay. It's a star now question. Mark it as a star next to the question number 8. Fill in the blanks. Considering that this is a reference made to the 13th century and that the blank removed over 700 million tons of carbon from the atmosphere, and his perhaps unjustifiable actions allowed land to cultivate back into the forest. Just fill in the blanks. Yeah, so in the image, how blank cooled the planet. Blank is the eco-saver.
Only the first two blanks are same. Don't focus on the last one.
Ever wondered if a wolf could be a pacifier of the jungle? It happened a few centuries back in Dash times.
Anyone wants, you can come front and see the image. We can't see it.
Both the blanks are the same, so just give us that one blank. Okay, next question. When Steven Spielberg directed Saving Private Ryan, he was upset about the fact that youngsters couldn't watch it due to its R rating. In order to teach the youngsters about World War II, he introduced a video game called Medal of Honor, which became a famous historical shooting game of the time. As multiple World War II shooter games fought for the same fan base, this led to oversaturation in the market. So developers ended up modifying and releasing it as a single popular franchise. Give me the franchise. Focus on the word Medal of Honor. Shooting games. Raise your hands. Cool block. Next question. Drake has regularly shown his love for the sport with several football-related lyrics in his tracks. However, the God's Plan rapper went one step further when releasing the music video for his new single, First Person Shooter, featuring J. Cole. The Canadian and American rappers put together a brilliant recreation of an iconic photograph which went viral about a year ago. The thumbnail for the video on YouTube also pays tribute to this. Drake makes a nod to the protagonist of the photo in one verse as he raps, "Who the goat, who the goat, who the goat." Which iconic photograph am I talking about? Just describe the photograph. That's the answer I need. Just read the question if you need to. How many blocking? Okay, next question. When X was first gifted a Nintendo Wii in 2008, she loved it and in fact dominated Wii bowling. This inspired the gaming company THQ to make a royal gold plated edition for X, as she didn't deserve any old regular one. But due to security reasons, this special Wii never made it past the guards and was recently found in a sale. Who is this popular person X that we're talking about? Focus on the framing, how you framed it, like look at the italicized text and all that. That's how you can gather the answer from this question.
बोला था ना फोटोग्राफी
Focus on royal.
फोटोग्राफी बोला था ना
Just focus on the royal gold plated.
कौन है ये?
फोटोग्राफी के लिए बोला था ना
It never made it past the guards.
आज
Cool.
फोटोग्राफी का है?
Next question.
वो बोल रहे फोटोज दिखाऊंगा
In the early 2010s, Jonathan Badin found inspiration for the interface for his newly designed product when he was wiping the foggy mirror post-shower. This sparked the idea for one of the most influential products of all time. The product led all time dash. Okay, the dash is okay. The dash. Yeah. The product led to the creation of a new age lingo X and also gave birth to the concept of Y, which means acceptance and rejection, respectively. Give me X and Y. Jonathan Badin found inspiration for the interface for his newly designed product. It became one of the most influential products of all time. The product is named Dash. The product led to the creation of a new age lingo X. Give me X. And it also gave birth to a concept Y. Give me Y. Pretty simple. I can't give you Dash. I've given out all the clues I can.
Okay, think of that wiping motion. Visualize that and see where you reach. Wiping motion. Think of that, visualize that.
Let's spark the idea for one of the most impressive products. Focus on the word spark. Okay, fine. Now Kaustubh will be posting.
X and Y are product, some product.
No,
X
no.
only is the product.
X is a product, Y is a concept that came out of that product. When you use X, you're using what?
What? When we use X? Yeah.
Okay, so hello guys. I'll be taking over the rest of the prelims. Hope you're all having fun. Okay, we're going to go to the next question. Okay, so this is star mark, just mark star on your answer sheet. So, initially endorsed by 2003 Nobel laureate Shirin Ebadi and his famous Italian person, and brought to the limelight by a 2010 article in Italian edition of the Wired magazine. X was officially nominated for the 2010 Nobel Peace Prize. And this is a very controversial nomination because, logically speaking, X's contributions to society and peace and all, it doesn't really make sense. It follows a normal distribution. So obviously X did not win the Peace Prize, thank God. Mainly because it is not clear as to whom the prize should be awarded to, and you cannot give it to X and you should rather give it to a person. So we wanted to identify what is this
I'm a good
X.
person. Bring it to the app. Yeah, bro.
Just it's a star mark, just mark a star next to 13 whenever you're writing. So think about the fact that you cannot,
Hey.
what? It was not clear who the prize should be awarded to because you cannot give it to an entity like X instead. And I would say X is something that, yeah, was at its infancy back in the 90s. Now it's like an everyday thing.
The difference between that club
It's an
and
everyday thing now.
they take everyone. We don't take everyone. Yeah.
It's become more of an everyday thing now. It started, or it was at its infancy in the 90s.
Registration.
Something you use or need every
Registration.
day.
What do you thought? Registration and 300.
And think about how,
300 and 300.
think about
We are
the
extra
fact that
plus registration.
such an entity could contribute to society and peace
No, we are just
through its
better at
resources.
telling maybe 200.
I know it's one of the harder ones, but
150 to 100.
try focusing along the direction I just told you. Okay, we'll come back to this later. Next one. So, the following pictures, they led to the creation of a new fan adored name. So, these pictures here.
Why is telling to
So,
comments?
so basically, these pictures led to the creation of a new fan adored name for this fan page because it was an effort taken up by because the official Pokemon team schedule is running behind in this particular aspect. So there's a fan, a fan adored process that started out. And when you look at these pictures, you might find out what's really wrong with these Pokemon pictures.
ನನ್ನ ಐಡಿ ಕಾರ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಯಾವುದು We're doing YouTube live.
Yeah. So pay attention to all this. If you're a Pokemon fan, you can easily figure out what's off with all of these pictures. And we want you to give this new fan adored name because there's something evidently wrong with these pictures. And because it's a fan based effort, as the official team is behind in this one aspect to give more to the Pokemon society and fan base. That's as far as it gets. You can come to the front and look at, have a closer look at the game.
You know that these are Pokemons, you know that these are wrong. What is the exact name?
What sort of name can you coin for such a thing? It's basic wordplay. If you find what's wrong with them and mix them with Pokemon, you're getting your answer, okay? So think about what's wrong with these and connect and make a mix of this word with Pokemon and you'll get your answer. It's like a word play. It's a fun of thing. There's one word which is what's wrong with them and then there's Pokemon. Add them together and then you get your final answer. This is a fan-based effort. Focus on the fact that this guy who made these pictures is himself a data scientist. He's just working for the fans here. I'll go through the text one last time. So, these pictures I showed led to the creation of a fan adored name because it was a fan-based effort taken up because the official team was running behind in this aspect. So, just tell us what's wrong and find the word that's wrong with, find what you think is wrong and then add it with Pokemon and get your answer. Okay, we'll push to the next one. Okay, this is a fairly simple one. So, popular fan favorite delicacy is said to have partly be a type of pastry as well, and it's sadly prohibited from being made, eaten or sold in the streets of Somalia. So originally these delicacies were part of Middle East where the pastry was stuffed with meat instead of a more popular vegetarian variant we know today. So this ban was created by a Somalia fundamentalist group, Al-Shabaab, who believe that the shape of this delicacy, it largely resembles a Christian Trinity, and this goes against their beliefs and sentiments. And it's a rather stupid thing, but that's why a very favorite delicacy is not allowed to be made or eaten there. So, I want you to tell us what this delicacy is. It's a fairly simple one. Look at why they don't like it, and just look at the other clues on what this delicacy is about, and just look at why you don't want or what it resembles and how this. Focus on the shape of the delicacy thing and I think you have an answer. Yeah. Pushing? Yeah. I'll come back to this one later, don't worry. It's an easy one. Okay, so Simon Whiteley is a production designer at Animal Logic Australia. He's best known for one of his really cool iconic visual design work on an iconic 1999 movie. So in order to design this iconic background in the film, he inspired his Japanese wife's cookbook collection. So he picked up this really random sushi recipe and based his design on it. And some of the major features were long vertical text strands, and these were like formal Japanese text, like the way they're written. So think about this, and where you would see such an adaptation of a long written vertical text in a very iconic film. So we want two things. We want this iconic feature. If you can roughly tell us what it is, I'm not looking for anything specific, I'll give you points, and you tell us which film this is, you're getting points. Yeah. So look at that, long vertical text strands there, and think about where you're seeing this. It's a very iconic movie. So, yeah, we go to the next one. Just focus on the fact that wrong word to text. Think out where you have seen this. So yeah, question 17. Let's go back to retro. We're talking Power Rangers here. So there's a particular famous iteration of Power Rangers, like a season which was banned from airing in many countries. The most obvious assumption was that the show was too violent for a kids show. But the issue is not really related to the fact that it's a violent show. It is a pick on the title of this show iteration itself. So in the title, it was trying to think at a very catchy word relating to transforming. Malaysians believe that it was trying to be too inappropriate for a kids show and banned it, thinking that it was hinting at a drug. So many other countries are fine with this title because they made small adjustments to this title, but Malaysia was obviously being Malaysia and has been very annoying. They did not allow the show to air. So tell us which drug we are talking about, and hence you can, by looking at the drug, you will be able to find out what the issue in the title or what the title itself was. Focus on the fact that the title literally has a word related to transforming there, and relate that to the drug, you will have your answer. If you get one, you usually get the other. Okay, so it's very simple. Okay, I'll come back to this soon. Yeah, so okay, X, it's an open source project to create a container-like format that holds unlimited number of video, audio, all these types of things in one file. With a simple block type structure to store data. For video, the files are mostly saved with a .nkv file extension. So yeah, the nkv file stores video or audio by continuously allocating further audio segments into smaller containers until the duration of the audio file is totally broken down in the same fashion. So it iteratively keeps putting next segments of the video in a smaller container. And this is very similar to a very popular Russian entity X, and it's also paying homage to X. So what is X? I know you know, bro. I'm not giving, actually, I won't tell anyone. So I explained to you how file storing works. Just think about that, and if you link it to X, you'll get your answer. Okay? And we're not really spelling specific. Even if you get it wrong, I don't care. That's the point. This is not a problem. I don't think there's much. Just think about how you have this further iteratively putting it into smaller containers, into another smaller one. I just read the same thing. I didn't get anything extra on this. That's all. I'm connected to a Russian entity that's the same name as the open source project also. That's all. Okay, so these following clues are related to a certain event in a very famous show. So we want you to give me the event. I do not want the show. You're not getting any points if you tell me what show. So during the scene depicting the final moments of being strangers, this song called The Funeral from some band of horses was playing during one of the show's very last episodes. One more thing is X says what Dash is going to miss her own daughter's wedding, leading to Y getting all choked up about it. So I don't want X, Y, none of them. I just want you to tell me the event, and I'll show you another
Actually
image.
recognize the countries.
This is also a very common giveaway in the show when people thought this event was likely to happen.
Data set ಸಿಕ್ಕಿತ್ತಾ
So it's a very TV show question.
actually stuff.
I want you to tell me the event. All these are clues that you have been tracing ever since you have been watching the show about an event that actually happens at the very end of the show. It may be a spoiler. So focus on, I've deliberately quoted out and stressed out on certain words. And this is the image. We are blocking out an obvious certain thing there because that also led to speculation of this having happened in the show. So think about the other one, like what sort of person would say what Dash is going to miss her own daughter's wedding? So like, what sort of person would you be if you wanted to say such a statement in the first place? Think about that. Think about other quoted out words here. I don't want to show. It's a very iconic yet tragic moment in the show. It's a very pissing off moment in the show. And connect this picture if you want. What? That's good. I mean, for anyone who liked this show, you would have probably hated it because of this one event. Okay, then I'll come back to this again. Okay, so blackboard bold. Okay, this question 20. It's a style of writing bold symbols on a blackboard by doubling certain strokes. So this is commonly used in mathematical lectures to represent the number set, like when people write integers, natural numbers, and use the obvious symbol or letter pertaining to that, they use this blackboard style of writing. They double a certain stroke to make it look. I mean, that's how they represent that particular number or integer. It's a natural number, how it is represented, complex, real, whole numbers, all that stuff. So, if you want to produce the effect on typewriter, you have to enter the letters, press backspace, and then you get these double struck letters. In 2023, a certain entity X did a major style change and adopted this typeface for their branding purposes. So we wanted to ID X. I do not believe I have to give any clue for this. Everything is there. Just if you understand how blackboard bolding works, I'm 90% sure you know what the answer is. So a certain entity X did a major style change and adopted this typeface for branding purposes. So tell us what is X.
मैं चला जाऊँगा प्रीलिम्स को तो कैमरा हैंडल कर लेना इसको तो कोई देखने की ज़रूरत
Okay, Taylor is simple one. Okay, who are here are Taylor Swift fans? Next one's for you. So Spotify recently decided to come up with this concept of unique themed seek bars. Seek bars like that thing you track how, like at what point of the song you want to stop the thing. So for various releases of Taylor Swift songs, in order to celebrate her recent ongoing concert tour. So Spotify wanted to contribute by paying homage to her belief in the way she broadly categorizes all her albums so far. So I'll show you this image. I want you to tell me what these different colors on these speakers look like. So we see the first one, anti-hero, that's like grayish. 1989, blank space is like bluish. Cardigan is like grayish. The other one is like yellowish. So realize that these are all different albums obviously. And connected to the fact that we are talking about how Spotify is paying homage to her recent ongoing concert tour and why they would even come up with this. There's like one word I'm looking for, one very specific word. So think about how, because of the fact that she categorizes her albums in the same fashion of this one word. So just look at how they're all in different colors for each different album song it is. And they've done it for a very obvious reason because of how she likes to categorize her albums and how her recent tour idea has been. Okay, so this question 21, fairly simple one. I'll move on to the next one. I hope everyone's got enough time for this. Yeah. Okay, so this is my favorite one. An Indian producer by name Harinder Kohli, he's not related to Kohli at all, please, wanted to Indianize a very popular two-word name fictional character X back in the 2000s. So he came up with a movie named Y. It sounds literally the same as X, but it's Indian. And it's about, and this movie is also Home Alone type of comedy. So shortly after this film and director, they were sued by Warner Brothers for copyright reasons. And because obviously you have a very similar sounding name, why wouldn't you send copyright suing? So they failed at suing them because the first word is not really trying to be copyright, but it's a Hindi word with religious connotations. And it's a common person's name. And the second word, if you translate the second word, you just get son. Okay. So if you get one of them, if you get X, you will guarantee get Y. If you get Y, you will guarantee get X. It's a two-word fictional character. This guy is trying to do a rip-off of it. But like thankfully, because the first word has a lot of religious connotations to it, and it has a very it's a very commonly it's a very common name like Tom, Jerry, and all. And like think about that, and think about the word for the second word is literally just another word for sun. If you find one of these words also, you can retranslate it back to, or like think of what sounds very similar in X. And all of you will know X. Like by default, you will be knowing X.
I have answers.
Okay.
Will stream answers.
Very goofy one. If you find X, you'll find Y. Good. Okay, so this is a video question. This is also a star mark, not
What the
star on everything. Yeah, so watch this video
It's
and
fine.
tell us what
Leave,
is
leave, leave.
kind of unusual in this fairly normal looking advertisement.
Can't do anything at this point. Oh, there. You can't play it. Leave, it's fine. It's fine.
So, maybe just wait for the end. Focus on that. So, it's a really great and enthusiastic and emotional event, but all is not as it seems.
No
sadly.
video.
And it's a very commonly exploited problem in today's generation. So, I will play this video once more.
Yeah.
I was in the school, but all is not as it seems, as they mentioned in the end. So what exactly is wrong with this video? That's what we want to know. Take a step back from reality. Yeah. Okay, I'll be going on to the next one. Take a step back from reality, guys. And this is a very commonly exploited, common problem of today, kind of, and all is not as it seems. Think of the generation you're living in. Alright, so next one. So, yeah, the word X, it originates from the name of a non-electric type of stage light. So, all these stage lights are using electric, so this is a non-electric one, so it's a very old one. It was called Drummond's light back then. It was using theatres. Okay, it was using theatres. Remember that. Which gave an intense illumination when a flame was fed to a cylinder of calcium oxide. We all just came from 12th, so you should know what's calcium oxide and all that. So, although it has long since been replaced by electric lighting, this term nonetheless survived in modern English, and it's a very popularly used term. So, we want you to identify X, which is named after this main constituent of this whole technology I talked about, and today it's used as a noun with anyone who is a port of the public eye. Fairly simple one. No, it's not. Use all your holy 12th grade knowledge, you'll get there. Very simple one. And we'll go to the last question of this prelims. So, there is a popular concern that one day X, ignore a popular, sorry it's a typo. There is a very popular concern that one day X will run out. Theoretically, it's not too much of a concern because maximum capacity for standard X is so many bits and bytes. So the concern is not very relevant, but the concern is that 2025 could be a doomsday for this usage, but it's a myth. And because this is a very commonly used thing, X, you use it everywhere for quick responses. So the inspiration for X that you see every day came out from a Go board. from the game Go, and started due to the limiting
I'm
possibilities
reading
used in this encoding pattern. So it's a algorithm. So I'll show you the image of this Go board thing.
The
Really
fuck?
simple, guys. Not like seems all
I'm clueless.
mind-trickery and all, but it's not.
I was not good at this to begin with. I'm thinking
Just
transistors.
look at the image. It's a fairly simple one.
But bits, bytes, I
You
don't know.
should give most of it away. So it's a quick response thing that everyone uses, and like everyone's worried that this will run out because you need it for your everyday life processes. Yeah,
Speed of
so
a
just focus on the
transistor
fact that this is
per
an
second.
algorithm you use and predicted through inspiration of my Go board. You see it everywhere,
Probably. But
and
yeah, probably. I don't know, bro. I'm lost. Because this is
That's
looking like a board.
I'll show the image one more time. Yeah. Okay, now we'll roll back. We'll go back through all the questions, so make sure you have all of them. So this one is just went through. Yeah, just wrap up the questions. Like people will come around to collect your answer sheets and we'll discuss the
Stop
answers.
this stream now.
To think about this. This was a fairly easy one, the calcium oxide and electric lighting thing, and it's a word commonly used for focus or public eye. Like I said, all is not as it seems. Tell me what the answer to this is. This is a star, not make sure it's a star for 23. So think about x and y here. X and y literally sound the same if I do not add any accent to either of these names because one is just Indian. So the first word of y, is associated with a common Indian name and religious connotation. That's why it not get through. And the second word is just sun.
I saw
Okay.
this.
Yeah. So if you find x, you'll find y. Then look at this. Just tell us what part of Taylor Swift is paying homage to here in her ongoing concert.
This is the best part, see.
So tell us what is x here. Fairly simple one. Look at the blackboard modeling and think of how this is used in today's context in a way where a certain entity x did this price change. So think of which show and which one particular moment everyone hates in this one show, which ruins the entire build-up for all those seasons. So tell us the event. Oh, you guys can stay, like, we'll discuss the answers and if you qualify, you come back.
Come, bro.
Flexa. So this is about how you store container after container. It goes smaller ones, smaller ones.
Okay.
Start with the biggest one, goes to smaller.
One more, bro.
You have Russian entity.
Wait. Come, no.
So
Hey,
tell me
I'm
why
changing the question, bro.
integration of
I'm
power
changing the
is
question,
bad.
bro.
Because I want you to find the connect to transforming.
Don't worry,
and
my
then
friend.
why
6 months is all it
transfer
takes.
occurs. All of you
I'm
stay
starting
back
from
and
Monday.
discuss the answers
Easy.
just now, so, yeah. So this thing, tell me about these long vertical text.
Which Monday? This week only?
Ah. 1999 movie. I'm pretty sure all of you have heard of it. If not seen it.
There's a saying with the gym bros. Monday never comes.
Smash. Yeah.
That's why it was Monday.
So tell us why this thing was banned, because it resembled the Christian Trinity and the
Like they never comes.
Tell us what is wrong with this. And yeah, I'll stay here for like 5 seconds. Yeah. Fine. Just tell us the new combined portmanteau name we got here. Tell us who this weird entity X is. Something that revolutionizes everyone's life right now. We could not live without it for that, sadly. What? No. Don't get me straight, sorry. Yeah. So this guy made one of the most intelligent products, and he was Wi-Fi with foggy mirror, gold cover. Yeah. So this is, we made this royal gold plated thing for D bowling edition for X, and it never made faster cards. Simple one. So I think if you focus on the most important part or the one verse, I think it should tell you what photograph you want. You just
Canva
describe
Google Slate problem.
few important pieces of photograph are more than enough. You're not looking for anything too specific. So, how do you know Medal of Honor better today? It's a very simple one. So here, star mark again, this simple one. This amazing, this crazy guy removed 700 million tons of carbon. It's like 1 year's worth of carbon today. Tell me who this person is. He's an eco-saver supposedly. He also cooled the planet. And wonder how the wolf could be the pacifier of the jungle. Huh? Okay.
Well guys, just a minute. We know that all of you are interested to go and give recruitment tests for your technical clubs, but the technical clubs will be conducting 2 more rounds of exam next Saturday and the Saturday after that. But freshers quiz is only today. So if you are interested, then please stay. Don't leave. We'll be
And just shout out the answers will be the best part here. Okay, so think about this comic. It's very simple. This is what is going to look like. So what is the actual show of today? It still runs today. And he was a marine biologist, so it's pretty simple. So this is how he looks after the antennas connected. Like this electronic thing was impaired into his skull and brain. Implanted rather. So this is a very old one, it's from 2004. Tell me what he became. So connect these 5 guys. Fairly simple one. I think we talked enough about this. Yeah. I think they told you, right? The thing that connects him is a cricketer himself. So this is about the dash shot. It's similar to an auspicious moment where it was not happened. It's the same dash. That same dash is what we are describing in the second paragraph. So tell us what it's called. So start again. Fill me special focus. So tell us what this term is.
वो शॉर्ट का आंसर क्या है जानते हो
क्वेश्चन मैंने नहीं दिया
And like it's a very
मैं
popular
पूछ रहा हूँ
entertainment
तुम
entity.
जानते हो क्या
Use it
मैंने
as
क्वेश्चन
the
नहीं पढ़ा था ना।
most key factor word if you want
ये
to
तो ना
describe this
ध्यान
entity today.
शुरुआत के क्वेश्चन में ध्यान नहीं दिया आखिर में तब
And
देखा
think about filling that entire title there and connect it to Bombay, the birthplace. So this is also simple. If you want
What
to search for
famous?
say a dentist around you, how would you search? Simple. Same way connect it to a Thai food restaurant,
okay,
you got
like-
your answer. And yeah. So Wasim Akram said based on we talked about the same controversy that happened. The consequences
वसीम
are
अकरम वाला।
given and get them
फिर
dashed
चेंज
back.
कर देते हैं
क्या नो
Okay, so start handing out your
इससे
sheets
पहले एक
to
मैच में कुछ हुआ था कांड
all the nice fellows on the side there.
ब्रो
And stay around. We're going to give you the answers right
Time.
now.
आजा
You
टाइम
can
आउट
see how much you got out of 25.
if they get them